Welcome everyone to a guide on the alchemy system in Destiny of Immortals. I personally believe the alchemy system, is very intuitive, very simple, but like myself, I needed a small nudge, a small push along to fully understand it. But let us start out with the basics. We have different slots, one of which is for our furnace. Our furnace decides how big our crit is, along some other benefits. My furnace, in my case, reduces the time needed for alchemy by 360 days. Secondly, we have our two fields, Yang Fire and Yin Fire. And the way you have to think of it is going back to like math class in school. Think of the left side as a positive bracket and the right side as a negative bracket. And we'll just do it with an example. Imagine I have this herb, +6 fire. If we put it inside of a positive bracket, positive and positive turn into a positive. As such, I get +6 fire. If we put a positive 6 inside of a negative bracket, which is the right side, as mentioned, the right is like a big fat negative. A negative bracket turns our positive into a negative. Similarly, if we have a negative value and we put it into a positive bracket, the value still stays negative. Positive and negative become a negative. And lastly, if we have a negative value and put it into a negative bracket, it turns positive. Like, that is the very basic of it. As for where to get herbs, we are in the starting city right here. You can head to the market square, spirit material shop, and there's a ton of spirit herbs. I personally filtered to spirit herbs. I don't have a need for materials, for ores, so there's that. You can buy a ton of it. And for doing alchemy, most of the time you would want to start with recipes. Recipes can also be bought. We can head to the Crota residence in the first city, interact with the top guy, Young Boli, and look at this. He also sells some pill formulas. I'll decide to buy the Jade Bone pill formula. So we can head here and find it. And the thing about recipes is, you do not need recipes to do alchemy. As long as you know which materials you really need, which attributes you want in your pill, you can do so without recipes. But it certainly is a lot easier with our recipe. We can also click on our recipe and we have it in the bottom left. Now, one of the important things to mention is there is no need for you to pick exactly these herbs as they are described right here. You can do so. In my case, I could buy some dew dropping herb. Let me just buy these. There we go, this should be enough. I can buy these. In fact, I can even go ahead and track the recipe, so it shows me exactly the herbs it would want. But once more, there's no need for it. Now, what I mean with we don't need exactly these herbs is all we need are these attributes: 4 earth, 7 water, and 2 metal. As long as you get those attributes into your furnace with nothing else, you can create the pill. The herbs listed are one of the ways to go about it, and we can just follow the pill recipe this time, but I can also show you another approach. So we have 1 + 4 water. This brings us to 4 water. We still need 7. We have a -3. Minus into a negative field turns into plus. +7 water. We have a +4 earth and a +2 metal one. And we get 3 jade bone pills. Now do note, I currently have a +1 pill count perk from my alchemy tree, so I will always get 1 more pill than you would. So don't be confused if you only get 2. Now, this is the most basic recipe, but it's still not good. And the reason is, there's a tip. for each metal spiritual herb at the top of the furnace +1 pill quality. So let's move our metal herb to the top. Suddenly we gain a high grade jade bone pill. And if you look at the difference, the basic one would grant 1 armor, the high grade grants 2 armor, and the drug resistance for both is combined. So if you use a most basic pill, you can't use a high grade pill for that slot. If you use 20 low grade ones, you will get 20 total armor. If you would have used 20 high grade pills, you would have gotten 40 total armor. And there's no way to turn back the time and remedy it. As such, the pills you want to consume are the highest grade ones. But in fact, there is an even higher grade. And I can also show it with a cool tech, what you can do. Remember, for each metal herb at the top, +1 pill quality. I can use a -1 metal herb. I can put it onto the left side and it subtracts -1. I could also at the same time put it on the right one and these would cancel each other out. And look at this, we now have a total of 3 metal herbs at the top. I only would need 2 for the highest quality, but in this case I have 3 and I get a top grade jade bone pill +3 armor. So if you were to use 20 of these, you could get 60 armor. Compare that to the most basic pill where you only get 20 armor total. But if we wanted to, we could even optimize this pill recipe a bit more. Because currently I'm adding one, I'm subtracting one, that's not efficient. So I would take out the Iron Star Bluegrass, put this 1 copper spirit flower over here, and I have the attributes needed, and I still get top grade jade bone pills as I'm increasing the pill quality by 2. There's a maximum of 2 quality you can increase. And this is what I meant with you don't need the exact herbs. In my case, he would have recommended me the Iron Star Bluegrass. This is what the game recommends me. But using copper spirit flowers instead, I get a way better result. And as mentioned, I could also substitute some of the herbs. Imagine I have a ton of this river watergrass +2 water. I don't have that many dew dropping grass. I can substitute it. As long as the total values match up, then it's fine. And we can craft this pill. You could craft the maximum, minimum, up to you. The same thing applies with the other recipes as well. We can pick whatever we would want, a spell blocking one, a spirit movement one. There's a ton of different ones, create fortune one. Let's just go for spell blocking. It will be the same idea. We can look at the recipe and first we can untrack everything. In our case, we need 4 earth, 7 wood. So I typically filter for a earth first, just put it over here. We would get 4 earth. We look at 7 wood +4 wood, perfect, -3 wood. This is it. But of course it's the lowest grade one. So let's look at the tip. For each earth type at the bottom of the furnace +1 pill quality. If I just put this 1 earth type at the bottom, I'm at a high grade pill, slightly better than the normal one, still not perfect. So now I realized, okay, the +4 earth herb is not perfect. Let's instead substitute it with 2 of those +2 earth ones. And I suddenly get my top grade pill. Let's say I don't have any of those +2 herbs. I can also purchase, there it is, the Buddha grass. I don't have any of those +2 herbs. I'll put down 4 of those -1 pills. I can still get my top grade spell blocking pill. It's no longer using the resources that it initially listed, but as long as the total attributes match up, it's completely fine. And this is part of optimizing your different recipes. In my case, I have an essential gist of what I need to do. This, for example, is my favorite one for armor, using 2 copper spirit flowers, using 1 +4 water, using 1 -3 water, and 1 +4 earth one. And well, here you can see I did substitute in this one recipe the +4 water, since I didn't have any more of them. But that is the basic gist. Once you have understood this, you can create almost any recipe. So I hope this guide helped you out a bit with understanding alchemy. Once more, I believe once you have the basic formula, the basic foundation of knowledge, everything becomes simple. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like. See you guys next time.